Dreamy carbonara cream, crispy pancetta, and a fluffy egg. I saw this carbonara breakfast sandwich on the Hunger Diaries and I just really had to take a stab at it. This carbonara breakfast sandwich belongs on a brunch menu, maybe in heaven. But I only get one shot at this carbonara cream before it breaks. Let's get cracking. So our first step in a breakfast sandwich is obviously the bacon, but today we're actually using pancetta. Pancetta is an Italian salt-cured pork belly, and this is gonna act like our bacon in our breakfast sandwich. So we're just gonna cut it into slices and then bake it in a 400-degree oven for about 30 minutes until it's crispy and the fat has rendered. In order to make perfect egg sandwich, we need fluffy, thick eggs. So to do that, we're gonna make like a little custard and then cook them in a water bath. So first, we're just gonna crack some eggs. Always crack your eggs on the surface because the shell won't go into the egg and then you won't get shells everywhere. I actually like to poke the yolks before I add the cream just so it will whisk together better. Then we're adding salt, some freshly ground black pepper, a little bit of heavy cream. This is gonna give it a really custardy, delicious, decadent taste. And then some chives for color, but also to kind of break up all the richness of these eggs. So we're just gonna whisk those together until they're all one solid color. We're cooking our eggs in this cute little loaf pan. I think this is so sweet. Spray it with some cooking spray. Pour the eggs in, and then we're gonna pour hot water into this larger size pan. And what that's gonna do is help cook our egg evenly and prevent it from being rubbery. We're just gonna pour it to halfway up the side. So we're gonna bake this in a 325-degree oven for about 35 minutes until it is mostly set. It's time to get saucy. So we're gonna make our carbonara cream. The same ingredients of a traditional carbonara, but we're just adding some things to make it a little more saucy and spreadable on our breakfast sandwich. We're gonna start with egg yolks, just like a regular one. We'll just add our egg yolks to a bowl, a little bit of cream. Then we have some freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano. This is the good stuff. It will melt much better into the sauce. Some pepper, because carbonara needs a lot of pepper. And we're just gonna do a little bit of salt because the Parmesan is pretty salty. We're gonna whisk it together. Now here comes the scary part. I have to turn on the heat and cook this over a low heat until it's emulsified. But if I have the heat too high, I could overcook it, have scrambled eggs, which wouldn't be bad, but that's not what we're going for. This is just a heat-safe bowl over a pot of simmering water. The water is not touching the bottom of the bowl. The goal here is to just heat it slowly so it comes together and is emulsified. It's gonna look chunky at first. It's gonna look weird, but just trust the process. As that cheese melts, it will become really luscious and creamy. It takes a while and like I want to turn the heat up, but I know if I do, I'll regret it. So I'm just gonna have to sit here and keep whisking. It's a little runny, but as it cools, it's gonna thicken up and be more like a mayonnaise. That's what we want. Our last step, we're gonna just melt some butter in a nonstick skillet. We have little bubbles on the surface, so we're just gonna add the buns cut side down. And we're just gonna toast them on one side for 1 to 2 minutes until golden brown. I like to turn them around to make sure all that butter gets soaked up. Make sure you keep checking them. Look at that, perfection. This is our egg loaf. Look how cute. The perfect size to make 2 sandwiches. We're just gonna cut it in half. Look at that. She's so squishy. Let's assemble. So we got our beautiful toasted bun. We're gonna spread some of this carbonara cream. It really thickened up as it cooled. We'll just put a nice, generous portion on the bottom. Then we're gonna add our crispy pancetta, followed by our egg. And since this is a carbonara breakfast sandwich, we're gonna add a little bit more Parmesan and just a little more sauce because why not? We're gonna add some baby arugula. Then we're gonna top it with our other toasted bun. And that's it. I'm proud of her. She's thick. It's so good. Thank you for watching and let us know what egg dishes you want us to make next.